My name is Eriq Shipp. I'm the owner of Qhaul Junk Removal. I've been doing it since June of 2022. I quit my job in March of 2023. It's going on almost 2 years of full-time entrepreneurship. We're just a growing business. I'm hungry and I want what I deserve. I want the work I put in. I want to receive from that for sure.
That's one of the biggest rewards of entrepreneurship is paying yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, getting out of it what you put in. You know?
Yeah, and it's more of an instant gratification kind of. You know, it's kind of like you know that this work, it might not pay off tomorrow, tonight, whatever, but it's gonna. I don't know. We're working towards something. You know.
Consistency. What we talk about.
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
Consistency in what you're doing. It'll pay off in the long run for sure. What motivated you to start Qhaul Junk Removal, and what was the moment that made you take that leap into business ownership?
My mom was a hoarder, so I kind of understand the problems of dealing with junk. So it was a little bit more intimate than just junk. I got a truck. I had a roommate. He inspired me, I would say. I had a roommate. He was an entrepreneur. I seen him kind of. I wouldn't say he was like a hippie. He would work, make his money, and then he would just live, you know. And he was just rough. He had a little sedan that he would drive a trailer on, and I had a truck sitting there just doing nothing. I remember sitting at dinner one time with my friend. I was just like, I'm gonna do something with my truck. I just don't know what, you know. And then so him driving that little trailer and me having my little truck, I'm like, well, if I put that little trailer on my truck, I could do something. Start advertising it as a joke. Qhaul. It was just, you know, it was kind of comedy. It was like, don't call U-Haul, call Qhaul. My name's Q, you know. But so it started off as a joke, but after that first job, I wasn't laughing. Like, I want to say, I think it was like $275 in 1 hour. Like 1 hour of work. The grandma was helping me. She was like teaching me how to make my walls higher and stuff, which is a trademark of ours now. But I just learned a lot. It was just, I feel like God has kind of taught me the lessons throughout the way. Like, I really didn't know anything, but I faced it and kind of made it through. You know, I kind of made it through there. Decided to quit my job.
You just quit cold turkey, or you just?
No, I bought my truck with my foreman, standing next to my foreman. Before junk removal, I was doing construction. So I'm sitting there with him. I'm always talking about my company I'm trying to start and trying to do something. They're like, yeah, you're still coming to work. You know, like nobody's really taking it too serious. And I think that's one of the keys to entrepreneurship. You got to have that vision before anybody else does. You got to see it and see what you want before it's tangible.
Black entrepreneurs often face unique challenges, from lack of access to capital and navigating industries with limited representation. What obstacles did you face when starting out, and how did you push through?
I think resources is a big thing that's overlooked. It's something that's amazing if you have it. It's something that you overlook, or you take it for granted if you have it, you know. Our community, really, we don't have too many people to reach for. We don't have too many people to reach out to who have done this successfully. And then the people who have, I think the world kind of turns them kind of cold to you know what I'm saying? Because they're doing so much with themselves that it's hard to reach out and get those resources. But resources is like, if you give me $20, I'll be happy. But if you give me something that I can make $100 more a week on, or two, you know what I'm saying, some fish to really go and catch, then it's a different thing, you know. And I just say it like an example, pretty much, like having an example to follow. Now with YouTube, I look at them like my YouTube brothers, like, you know, like, thank you, because you guys are my example, or you guys are my mentors pretty much in that way, because it's really hard to find if you don't. I don't know, you know, this whole life I've never really been mentored. I've never really built up mentors or had those type of guys in my life.
I like the analogy that you used about the fish, you know what I'm saying? $20, yeah, I'll be cool for the night. I'll go grab me something to eat or something, that instant gratification or whatever. But what about sustainability? One of the biggest advantages of entrepreneurship is breaking the cycle of paycheck to paycheck living. How has owning your business changed your life financially and personally?
So I'm still in the stages where I wouldn't say it's majorly changed my life financially. I was making like $40 an hour doing construction. To look at it like in a whole scheme, I was making $200 a day. And sometimes I make that in 1 hour, and then I have my whole day. You know, I have my whole day left to market, left to work. I still try to work 8 hours every day or 10 hours every day, but that's not breaking my back. That's not working, sweating like I was doing for the person, for the man. So I would say in money it hasn't worked yet, but in time.
Many young men that we work with at the Roll Call Straight think the only way to make living is working 9 to 5. What do you think is the biggest mindset shift someone needs to go from employee to entrepreneur?
I think the biggest mindset shift is that you shouldn't feel inadequate. You know, I know even though we're all kind of meant to shine, you know, but we all are scared of shining. We all are scared of our potential. Our doubts kind of overshadow our just our potential, just our dreams, you know. And so I feel like you have to know that you're capable of doing it. You have to be up for the task. You have to be up to learn new things and humble enough to know when to reach out and learn new things. But I think that just knowing that it's possible, knowing that it's capable is the first step.
If you could go back and give advice to your younger self or a young black man just starting out, what would you tell him about entrepreneurship?
We've already seen proof that every business kind of has potential to be big. You know, every business has to be as big as you want it. But I feel like society kind of brainwashed us into thinking that we have to work, that we either have to work or sell drugs, or we have to work or, you know, do something illegal, flip some type of, you know, do something that's not really worth the time you're gonna get if you get caught doing it, you know. So I feel like school teaches us to be a good employee. Society as a whole teaches us how to be a good employee. We're never taught how to be entrepreneurs. This is self-learned. It's going to be self-learned, but it's going to be worth it in the end, you know, because like I said, I work for 1 hour and make what I wasted 10 hours. You know, I drove to work, got ready, drove back home. You know, that's 10 hours of my day gone for the same $200, you know. Yeah. So it's just it's gonna take some work, but it's definitely worth doing. Even if you're working a job right now, you should be saving, you should be working towards that goal. Try to open your mind to something, some type of need, some type of demand that needs to be met, and laser focus on it.
Yeah.
For sure.
You said since 2022 you've been doing this?
Yes.
Yeah, so I thought you've been doing this a whole lot longer. You know what I'm saying? I did, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
you run a good ship over there, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, sir.
And I know that third year can be that rough year to push over, you know what I'm saying? Because the newness of your companies wore off and all that type of stuff.
That initial fire, that
initial shock,
flame,
it's kind of wore off a little bit.
And
you know what I'm saying?
the quality of stuff that you want to put out. Like it kind of, you know what I'm saying? Everything kind of loses that first initial flame. So I'm dealing with that right now. Like right in this instant. But I'm just trying to power through it. And trying to know you can't sit around. No, you can't do this. No. Qhaul is going to make it. Qhaul is going to succeed, and you have to have that in your mind for what your company name here is going to succeed. You know, every day.
Do you think having a strong network and community support is critical for black entrepreneurs? If so, what are some ways you've built relationships that help your business grow?
I think that's the key to everything in life, really. You know, community, your network of people, who you surround yourself with, and what you guys are talking about, what you guys are doing. You know, having somebody to look over, I feel like it's not needed. Like you don't need a mentor, you know, but it's just skipping some steps. It's like people have already lived that experience out and wasted and spent their time. I call it, you know, but spent their time on this, you know. So I just feel like it's essential, but it's not needed. I feel like with the world we live in, it's about how much information you're willing to go out there and find, you know, because it's all out there. It's just how much you're willing to invest in yourself to get that knowledge, you know. But I feel like it's critical in life. Period. You need your connections. It's not who you know, it's what you know. But I mean, it's not what you know, it's who you know. But it's still what you know too. You have the capability to increase that for sure. That's what I've been trying to do, because it's been hard to find a mentor for myself, you know.
What's your long-term vision for Qhaul? Do you see it as something you want to scale, franchise, or eventually pass down to future generations?
Definitely. That's the long-term goal. I want my son, you know what I'm saying? I want my son to have something to own. I want to set the standard for junk removal. So I want to take over the industry as a whole. I want to be dumping on my land. I want to be handling all that. I want to get it as big as I could get it. It's scary right now, and I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but that is the goal. Is to really grow this into a nationwide brand, international brand if I can, you know, but really just a nationwide brand that I can, something that's good to pass down. And I don't know if you've ever seen, but I want Qhaul to help change, you know what I'm saying? I want Qhaul to impact the world, not just as a business that makes a lot of money, but we impact change in the world for sure.
So I got a bonus question. I know that at the beginning, as entrepreneurs, we don't always know how or what to do to manage our money, the money that we got coming in and flowing and things like that. In that aspect, or in that area, what were some of your challenges at the beginning, and have you done anything up to this point to try to figure out how to separate that?
I would say 80% of my knowledge on anything is self-taught. So I've been just like, I'll go and find a template, and I'll go and watch the video how to use the template for profit and loss, so I'm just kind of learning stuff as I go, but I still haven't really got it. The main thing I do know is that cash, like liquid cash, there's nothing like it, you know, like having that money on hand for the emergency or for the whatever, and not having to go and apply for a loan or apply for this or do this, and getting yourself deeper in that hole, you know, is what it's about. So I've been really just trying to just save everything that I can, but not be frugal with like marketing, not be frugal with the things that are gonna make me more money, you know, because I don't know, like that money that I'm saving is not doing me no good. If I can go spend $1,000 on 1,000 signs and get $10,000 out of those signs or whatever, you know, then that's what I should be doing. But it's hard to make those decisions, and it's even harder when the money starts getting lower and lower and lower. It's hard to pull that trigger. You know, it's harder to pull the trigger. It's when the bullets start getting lower and lower, you know. So that's the one thing I would say is just save, just be smart, treat it like a human. I'll say don't, you know what I'm saying, treat your business like another human. Like when you're paying yourself or when you're whatever, you know, just, I don't know, treat it like you would treat an employee.
It's
or,
an
you know,
employee,
yeah, like it is a person. It does become a whole entity that you're managing, and you're managing this guy's bank account, you know what I'm saying, and he's paying everybody. He's paying you, your workers. He's building, he's doing your dream. He's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so. I don't know, I just say treat it right and save every penny, really. Save. I'm against debt, me personally. I listen to Dave Ramsey a lot. I don't know if you listen to him. He's completely against debt. So I've been just trying to really dig myself out of the debt that I kind of got in, and then I want to be able to start buying stuff cash, you know. It's going to slow down the growth, and it doesn't look good for Instagram. It doesn't look good for you know what I'm saying? But I think it's the safer and smarter route to do. I've been seeing a lot of companies that, I mean, they grow so fast and they don't know what to do, and then, you know, I don't know, it's like they're pretty much slaves to the customer at that point, because they have to make this overhead, they have to make this, or the lights go off, you know? Yeah, so I'm just trying to just weigh out my, you know, just weigh out prove my concept a little bit more before I just sell myself and think that I'm gonna be making $1 million in a year, so it's no problem, I can spend this money, you know?
Anything else you want to say to the young fellas out there?
You can do it, man. That's my words of the day. I know it's cliche, but like really believe it truly in your heart that it's gonna happen. If you have a vision, God put it there for a reason, and even if you don't know how you're gonna get it done, God's gonna guide you along that way. He's gonna, you know what I'm saying, He's gonna give you those tools to make you succeed, because He put that vision in there for a reason. So just pursue that with all your heart. And I don't know, you know, every man has his different definition of success, but you will succeed for sure.